What's up, YouTube? Jonus back. Episode 2. Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Not a furry is in the saloon. Let's go. We're moving on. Ready to mosey on down to the next car. You got it. Let's move on. Got myself a... it went really dark there for a second. Got myself a nice white golf shirt on that my wife gave me. It's Father's Day today. And got some alone time playing some games, and I'm looking forward to playing The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Everyone's favorite journalist reporter Amy Rose is hot on the scoop. Heading out, you've been fabulously helpful. Vector, we got, and I don't know. Anyway, already before you go, SBO, and I wanted to give you presents. My presents, you're both too sweet. Thank you. Says we may have more guests. Amy, there you are. Want to join us in finding clues? Flattered, but at the pace you two are going, Sonic's murderer will never get found. Oh, she's confident. She must have something up her sleeve. The tip is just too juicy to ignore. Just click it through. Just click it through. It's not that kind of visual novel. It's not that type of visual novel game. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you, and quick. But how are you going to leave? The door to the next car is locked. Oh, you doubt my birthday gift? The birthday girl has the master key. It's a birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye. She may be hasty, but she is thorough. Now, what are you two doing looking mighty suspicious? I say, I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer, and I'm, just making sure things go well. Things aren't going great. Not sure you've forgotten, but there was a murder. I mean, besides that, my social skills, non-existent. I'm Vector the Butcher. I'm licensed to handle raw meat. And I'm SBO the Poet. Poetry. A resonant message from poet to reader meant to challenge our delicate perspectives with the most rhythmic of prose. Can I hear some? Sure. Teardrops in the spring. Can you hear me sing? La 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 la. Dee 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 dee. Was that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. No, I'm satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming. Not a Free and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car? We just explained this to Amy, actually. When we were all sent off, Rouge, Blaze, Shadow, and Sonic all passed through this library car where Amy told me and SBO to stay. I promptly picked up a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yep, where was Rouge? Rogue? No, Rouge. What happened? We happened to see her lipstick stain on a cup in the saloon car. Rouge came through the library car seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the saloon car, then came back shortly after. But she left back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. What did she find? After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino car, then entered the library car and locked the door behind them. I'm not going to remember any of this. Why has Shadow been locking doors? Shadow walked through the library car to the saloon car where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. I was so engrossed by the rolling monkey action, I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he walked through the library car to the casino car, again locking the door behind him. Then he returned to the lounge car where he was meant to be stationed. When Vector came back, we realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck. That's when the train sped up. We were worried about the bookshelves falling on us, but we got through it all right. We sat trapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. Okay. With all these locked doors, it seems Vector and SBO couldn't have left the library car to the saloon car. Thank you both for your cooperation. Just going to peek around. Just going to take a little look-see. See what's going on. Let's see what we can find, Tails. Need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and determine if SBO is actually in the library car reading. Let's get to the bottom of it. All right, let's see what we can click on. Books here. That thing's putting away a globe. You got to look in the trash cans first, right? There's going to be something in one of them. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Up. Brochures. Travel destinations ideas here like amusement parks, caverns, hotels, restaurants. Oh, there's a couple maps here. Map of the library card. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. Cool. If we take this brochure about a cave too, looks like there's stalactites, I think it was. All right. Let's see what's going on with the poster. A chow hangs precariously from a tree branch. The large text below says, "Reeds hang in there." Really needed to see this. This little chow's hanging in there, refusing to use his wings to fly to safety because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. It's beautiful. But if they can stick to their principles and find strength, then I can too. All right. Books are going to be a clue. So many books on the ground. I wish we had time to pick them all up. No interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked out by the train speeding up. But Rouge pulled a lot of these out searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. We're not going to the next room. Let's check the table. These chairs are very comfy, so plush. Puts me right in the mood, makes me want to take a nap personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes a bit. Don't you fall asleep. That arm is really struggling cleaning up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up this mess either. Let's just leave it alone. Okay? Globe. I haven't traveled around that much. The islands are fun and all, but I'd love to visit some of the other countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either. Sounds perfect for a vacation. All right, we're not getting much clues here. I'm missing something. Oh, what's this one? Oh, yuck. It reeks of the evil scientist, Dr. Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book. What recipes? Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird this is even here. Maybe people just appreciate an omelet. You may not be wrong. Okay, I thought for sure that was going to be the clue. Oh, look. When Shadow left the library car, he locked this door on his way out. There's got to be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Believe we should. Okay. Anything up top? Let's check the map here. Let's see something here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we can't see all the chairs anyway. Okay, let's talk. How about a poem about space? I've made it up to space with my beloved antique vase. But a mistake in my haste dropped the vase from my embrace. So my antique I must now replace. What caused you to drop the vase? Don't read too deeply. It's just a poem. All right. Never mind for now. Let's see. We're not bringing you meat. I think if you had a knife on you, we definitely think you were the murderer. But where would I had the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest. Yeah, that's fair. Why don't we just talk? We already. Okay, we talked about that. There's something I'm missing in here. Every single time I miss the gigantic arrow. Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books, but Sonic needs me. No time to rest. All right, let's move on then. Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt. That's odd. I know some books have fallen out on the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order, but this one, the Mirage Express Manual. you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it is interesting. Let's make a note of it. All right, let's find out. Start interrogation. That I don't trust either of you. Nonafuri and I are here to confirm two things: why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if SBO really was reading in the library car. Let's do it. It wasn't entertaining enough. It seems Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we're instructed to mingle. I remember the arcade machine in the saloon car, so figured I'd go check it out. Can't argue that. Thought I saw something on the corner of my screen there. That brings our attention to USBO. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time? Of course. Once SBO starts reading, he doesn't stop until it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What was the book? SBO doesn't owe you that, detective. Let him live. What if it was embarrassing? What kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what the book might be. Not a furry, could you help me out? Let's do it. This one. A manual? You think they were reading a manual? All right. Let's go. Exactly how I think all the time. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, but you know what? It's all good. By the way, I would absolutely buy a Dream Gear, a combination Dreamcast and Game Gear. There are books scattered across the floor for sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order, all except this manual, meaning someone, at the very least, picked it up and put it back. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you. Hey, why'd you be insulting my pal? Calm down. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. A butcher and a poet. That is indeed the book I was reading, the Mirage Express manual. Trains are cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual, if you don't mind. Could you ask SBO some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask away. All right. 362. What efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself. Can also detect weapons or explosive being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. 89. No refunds and you'll be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. Oh, I see. We're supposed to. 402. What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease the general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to ensure. Blah, 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 blah. Good job. Clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific to be guesses. You both had the nerve to answer my. You both. What? And you both had the nerve to question my buddy like that. All right. Yeah. It's fine to read a book. It's okay. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite being the truth. You definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can. Espio, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that's correct. Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. Not a furry? Because this thing was unlocked. Please, pray tell, what does this has to do with anything? We're up, not afraid. Let's go. The answer is Shadow was walking through everything. I thought I could slip right through there. We passed a little test on the Dream Gear. Shadow walked through the library car to get the saloon car, where he set the original high score. Yeah, but he ended up beating it, so it wasn't a high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. SBO said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. Ooh, when Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, SBO was fully seated reading his book for a good while. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library to get the saloon. So there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espo didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. Just, I was reading. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see, defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at that moment, were you really in the library car at all? But how would SBO leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw SBO in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear, not a furry. One that I would love for SBO to solve. I was so involved in my book, I didn't notice Shadow pass through the library car, honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death. So I'll ask you again. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was SBO simply sitting reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the library car? What should I do? Join Tails. Continue on that train. Not afraid of my favorite beloved employee. Please protect the passengers aboard this train. They must be taken care of. If we fail, the lawsuits would be torturous. Well, Tails is a passenger too, thank you. Tails. We have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. A piece of evidence shows Shadow and SBO couldn't have seen one another. All right. Let's get my thoughts in order. Oops. Okay. Don't get hit again. That one didn't go so well, but we still passed the rings and got our brain bubble. The library map. Oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from one another, a straight path. If Shadow walked down the straight path, there's a way SBO and Shadow couldn't have seen one another. Looks like you have to point out exactly on the map where you mean. Where could SBO have been for Shadow to not see him? These are bookshelves. Like, I don't know. This is a big rug. Like, you're not going to miss that person. I'm going to say, like, right here. I could second this when I returned from the saloon. SBO was in the same spot. That confirms it then, you see. Shadow and SBO couldn't have seen one another from the spot. Or vice versa. That makes sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return. There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping on the truth. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering my questions. Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm going to crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. All right, we still got work to do. Oh, it seems the door to the next car is open. I must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. Then that's her cue to leave. See you later, Vector and SBO. Give him heck. If you need any meat chopped up, say the word. Say the word, not the world. I was looking at the globe for some reason. A murderer is on the loose while doors keep getting locked. tick tock. Sorry. Tick tick cock. Clock goes the clock. While our heroes are in the caboose. All right. Yeah, that was the worst poem reading I've ever witnessed in my life. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really getting this. Come on, Notafari, let's see what's next. All right. That's going to do it for this one. I know it's a quick episode, but I just wanted to get in a quick session in here. I'm going to save it. There we go. Yeah, I still think it's the old conductor. I think that's my guess. I think I'm going to be right. I don't know. Anyway, if you have a guess and haven't played it and don't want to spoil it for everybody, leave a comment in the comments. And if you're not subscribed, please do so. But thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what you saw, feel free to leave me a like and a sub. It means the world to me. It can also be found on Jonus.tv for all the links to all my things. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love you lots. Peace out.